Alright guys, not too long ago I saw a video from an American YouTuber named Tyler Bucket where he tried Canadian snacks for the very first time. And after being in America the other day, I thought to myself, why don't I do the same thing? And so I copped some goodies just to see if they're hitting, so let's try them out. Alright, so first on the list is Andy Capp's Hot Fries. And this caught my attention because way back in the day when I was a young buck, we used to have something called Saturday morning cartoons. And I'm not talking about the ones on television, but the ones in the newspaper. And Andy Capp was one of the characters. I didn't really read his cartoon too much, but we used to have Calvin and Hobbes, For Better or For Worse, Peanuts. The Andy Capp cartoon was a little too dark for me, but you could get a chuckle every now and then. So when I saw the packaging, I said, hold on, I never knew this guy had hot fries. So what better way but to introduce myself with something I'm familiar with. So let's see how these hot fries taste. Wow, wow. They do have a very strong smell to the point where I'm coughing, but let's try them out. All right. So the hot fries, as you see, come in abundance. They have a slight spice to them. They taste like Cheetos without all the cheese and a little bit of barbecue spices on top of them. The bite is not too strong. It's not too pronounced. The seasoning on the fries, as you see, is very consistent. So there's not a lot in one and a little bit in the other. It seems like it was evenly distributed amongst the hot fries. Yo, this is something that if you're stressed out, you're in university and you need something to chomp on, or if you're dating a guy and he just won't commit, instead of venting to your friends, you just want to take your anger out on some comfort food, Andy Capp's Hot Fries is definitely a go-to. So next up, we have something called Liquid Death. Now this is crazy. I'm real sure that Canada doesn't have this because we don't even have gun laws. So for them to allow a drink called Liquid Death in Canada, I wouldn't believe it. I'd have to see it to believe it. Now this is iced tea. And the crazy thing about iced tea in the States, I remember I used to go to the States on bus trips, and whenever we'd go to restaurants, I'd order iced tea. Upon drinking the drink, it was literally cold tea. First time it happened to me, I said, you know what? They probably made a mistake. Went back to a restaurant, ordered iced tea just to make sure it wasn't me. Cold tea again. I said, yo, what's going on? Come to find out, Americans call our iced tea sweet tea. So I want to see if this is really iced tea or if this is going to be sweet tea. It actually smells really good. It actually smells really good. So let's go. Let's try it out. Okay. Okay. Yo, this is actually not bad. So, picture Canadian iced tea, not American iced tea, but not too sweet. There's a subtle bit of sweetness underlying the flavor, and it tastes very refreshing. There's not too much else I could say about it other than it tastes good. If you're ever in the States, try this out. In fact, let's see what it actually looks like, okay? Looks like actual iced tea to me. Now, it does say on the can that there's a microdose of natural caffeine, 30 milligrams per can. And I'm going to assume that that's a lot of caffeine, but you guys could correct me in the comments if otherwise. All right, next up, you know I gotta hit you with the red velvet Chips Ahoy cookies. Woo! Boy, this is a blend of my favorite type of cake and Chips Ahoy. My favorite cookies are rainbow cookies. And when I saw this, I was like, how come this is not in Canada? My guess is the dye, but let's overlook that. So let's open it right up and see what we're working with. Ooh. So already you could see, look how dark the cookies are. And it has a cakey smell to it. So this is what the cookie looks like. So apparently they're made with cream cheese flavored chocolate chips. My mouth is watering and I don't want to keep my taste buds waiting for too long. So let's jump right into this. Whoa. Mm. So they do have a filling on the inside, as you see. I think that's like a cream cheese flavored filling, if I'm not mistaken. You could mess around and eat a whole bag of these because these are dangerous. Picture the Chewy Chips Ahoy, but with a red velvet flavoring and a cream cheese chocolate chips and a cream cheese flavored base. Mmm, real good. What would really turn this over the edge? Pop a couple of these in the microwave for 5 to 10 seconds. Let that bad boy melt. The chocolate chips melt, the base melt. Once you open it up, you're good to go. Yo, these are dope. These are dope. Canada, we missing out on some good stuff. Next up, we got the Scorchin' Extreme Pringles. Now, apparently, in Canada, we have Scorchin' Buffalo, we have Scorchin' flavors, but this extreme flavor, I don't think we have in Canada. If we do, then you could correct me. However, the reason why I chose these Pringles is because I remember when my parents would take us to Barbados, and the living conditions in Barbados is nothing like Canada. So when you're out there, you need something, you need a token just to remind you of back home. So Pringles kind of represented that for me. And despite being on a small island like Barbados, where a can of Pringles is going for $10, man, we were boxing these things off like they were going out of style. They were straight coming out of our pores because we were sweating like crazy. It's hot in Barbados. And this was our only reminder of being back home. So let's see how these taste. Woo! Once I popped open that can, that smell came hitting. So let's see. Let's see how these Pringles are. Same Pringle taste that you know and love. There is a little bit of a kick, a slight kick. I felt the heat ready to elevate, and then all of a sudden it just said, all right, peace, I'm out of here. I was waiting, man. I was waiting. They don't taste too bad, but they're not really scorching extreme. And the buffalo flavor tastes like a little bit of ketchup, like a spicy ketchup to me. They do taste good though. I'll tell you that. These taste real good. So next up, we got the interracial Oreos. Psych, psych. No, they're not interracial Oreos. They're the black and white Oreos. And I picked these up because I remember an episode of Seinfeld where Seinfeld is speaking to Elaine and he's talking about, look to the cookie, Elaine. You got to eat the black and the white cookie together. So when I saw black and white cookie, I said, let me try these. All right, so we got 3 rows of Oreos, and so let's see how it tastes, all right? So in all honesty, these just taste like vanilla Oreos. What I want to do is maybe try the cream by itself and see if there's a difference because I can't really draw a distinction between the two while I'm eating it with a cookie. Yeah, I can't draw a distinction. Guys, you tell me if there's a difference between the vanilla and the chocolate. For me, I prefer the vanilla cream, vanilla Oreos. But if you want to be an advocate of diversity, maybe you should hit up these. So last but not least, we got the Blue Heat Takis. The Blue Heat Takis. I save these for last because apparently these things, man, are full of dye. They'll turn everything blue. So I have never seen these in Canada at like major box stores like the Walmarts, but I have seen these in like novelty stores. I was actually passing by a novelty store the other day and I did see them there. So I believe these are very popular, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's try them out. Ooh. So as you see, the Takis hiding all the way in the back. I'm not really a big fan of Takis, but looks like it's seasoned in some blue seasoning. Mmm. Mmm. Yo, these are really good. Mmm. There's a slight lime accent to them. Woo. Yeah, these are nice. Mmm. Makes me want to sing that song. Taki taki, taki taki, opa. These are good, man. These are good. Yo, I could probably eat a whole bag of these, which would probably not be a good idea. But if you have an opportunity, try the Blue Heat Takis because they're good. As you continue to eat these, the heat just builds. It just builds and builds. Because like you see the thermometer says extreme heat, but as it gets hotter and hotter, you just want to eat more and more and more and more. So they did a good job making these. All right, guys. So what's my verdict? Oh my God, yo, these Blue Heat Takis. As I'm just talking about them, I'm still thinking about eating more and more. And if we couple this with the liquid death, woo! Those are snacks made in heaven. But are any of these your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. You know who it is. So Milkman, I'm off this. Easy fare.